Hello and welcome to another week of the weekly support and clarity from Spirit for you. So we're doing this from the 30th, Monday the 30th to Sunday the 5th, 30th of December to the 5th of January, the Sunday, yep. So I hope you've had a wonderful week, you had a great Christmas and you're enjoying your break or possibly working through to have a break later, but I hope you've had a fantastic week. So we'll get straight into this sort of information from Spirit coming through for you for the week ahead. And just before I start, I just want to ask if you could like, subscribe, comment, and share me around, please. That really helps a lot. Really appreciate it. Gets me in good with all the algorithms and gets me to be able to share this information with more people. So thank you very much for that. So give me a second, I'll just tune in, seal off and call in my guides and we'll get straight into it. All right. What is the one core goal, attribute, intention, thing in which you really want to create for the end of this year and then going into 25? And it could be anything. It could be an intangible goal, could be a tangible goal, it could be anything in between. They're saying just pick one thing and have that as like a foundational goal in which then you can stack upon other goals. So an example of this may be for you to create more calm within your life. When you're in a calm state of mind, calm emotional state, and you've got a calm environment around you, it means then that you can serve more, you can receive more, you can do more of what you want because you're in a calm, relaxed state. You can get more clarity, you can get a better job, you can improve your relationship, blah, blah, all this sort of stuff. So it's something that's going to be stackable, that you're able to stack upon. And by doing this and actually sticking to it, it's going to really give you an enhancement within your life that, well, they're saying you've never seen it before, if you just stick to it. And with sticking to it, consistency is the key. And it's really about you asking yourself, if 15 minutes of my day, or half an hour, even better, half an hour of my day, is that really worth putting aside and putting effort into 15 minutes to half an hour to change my life forever? And if you can answer yes to this, well, you're going to do it. But if you answer this in a half-assed way, well, you know, what the fuck, really? Because it's really about you saying to yourself, I really deserve this. I really deserve more. I know I can get this. I know I can attain what I want to. And it can be anything. It doesn't need to be anything that anyone else is doing, but something that resonates with you, something that you're able to really understand as well. So they're talking about you actually, I can't think of the word at the moment. It's there, I can feel Spirit showing me that basically put on a scale 1 to 10. So 1 is not very good, 10 is the ultimate. And so during your day or at the end of the day, write down a number. Okay, are you feeling more calm? Are you feeling less calm? Are you feeling more excited? Are you more focused? Have you created a healthier relationship with yourself or others? Whatever the goal is. So it's really about, you know, writing this down. And it could be after that 15 minutes. So 15 minutes could involve, you know, meditation. It could involve study. It could involve, some other forms of action in whatever way. Really, and I've always been told this, and I've found out myself, 15 minutes will kind of help. That's really a baseline. Half an hour is really going to help you to expand in a much quicker way. If you're able to do this for an hour a day, well, mate, you're like Superman or Superwoman, okay? That's really, really awesome. And if you do that, the progression will be so much more. So write down your number. Where am I at? And then you can look over a period of time about where your progress is and how that's actually going. And if you're not sure, there's a lot of things on the internet. You just put in, emotional scale. So, happy to sad, 1, 2 to 10. And you can just even tick one of them, because sometimes it's hard to actually think, all right, I'm this number or I'm this number. So you can just look at an image, okay, I'm about there today. And then it's about having no judgment within that as well. So, all right, so I'm just going to move on. They're talking about New Year's Eve. Now, New Year's Eve is a really beautiful time. It can be a bit of a difficult time, but it can be something in which you can make it incredibly beautiful and incredibly awesome. And it's really about personalising that to wherever you are or whatever you're doing. If you're going to go out partying, just party safe. It's really important. Make sure that you're safe. Make sure if you can you're around friends, or if you're alone, just make sure to not get too sort of wobbly. And just to have some awareness of where you're at and who you're hanging out with, environments. But it also could be a time of resurrection, they just said. And it's really about setting some really attainable sort of goals. But it's also about looking back and congratulating yourself for what you've been able to achieve this year. And you might want to block that off as well, not into quarters, because that can be a little big, but even into months. And if that doesn't work for you, do it into quarters, or do it half year and the first year, first half and the last half. But it's that thing about really creating it in your way, and it's really about you really embracing whatever that is. If you don't want to do anything, that's cool too. That is really, really cool. But embrace that. So it's really about allowing yourself to really be there in a full state, whatever that is. And if you don't want to do any celebrations, you don't want to try and create any goals or whatever the hell, cool. That's really cool too. But it's really about you honouring you, and it's really about you honouring where you want to go. They're also talking about that if you do want to connect with spirit and you do want to connect with your guides, connect with people that have moved on, it's actually quite a beautiful and profound time to do that. And this actually happens, now I'm hearing it, 2 days before and 2 days after the end of the year. And so this can be something in which you can create a bit of a ceremony yourself. You can spend some time, have some quiet time, talk to your guides, talk to those in spirit who love you, talk to the people who might have moved on this year, might have transitioned, because they're around you as well. And this is the one thing that sometimes doesn't come up a lot, or people don't understand really fully, is that the people who love you and who love you and you love them, they don't ever go, okay? Yes, they go into a different form, but they never go from you. And so celebrating with them, which could mean that, you have a plate of food, or you put their favourite drink there, or whatever you want to do, can be something really beautiful, really embracing, and really create a lot of connection as well. And so, but this is really about you doing it in a way in which you feel comfortable. And if somebody else isn't digging it, cool, whatever, mate. Do what works for you. So 2025, there's going to be a lot of opportunity. There's going to be a lot of abundance and prosperity coming in 2025. They're telling me that we're going to do a separate video for the start of 2025. I'll do that within the first few weeks of the year. But there's great change that's already happening, and there's an avalanche of opportunity that has already started. And you may recognize that avalanche of opportunity because there's been an avalanche of change and transformation, which they really go together, because with new opportunities comes, the releasing of old stuff. It becomes the crumbling of old ways, old ideas, and really creating that gap so the new can flourish. And so the old has got to move on. And so this is another thing in which you want to do. Write down all the stuff that you don't want. Write down anything that's bothered you. Write down, I actually heard this, this is where that's coming from. I was talking to a Nicaraguan person here, and they said that what they do, there's a ceremony, it's quite beautiful actually, I'm glad this popped up, or I got reminded. So they make a piñata, and in the piñata, they put a bunch of fireworks in there. And what they do before they seal it up is they write down any grievances, any griefs, any misunderstandings, anything they want to let go of. They write down anything and everything that hasn't worked for them, they want to release, or they want forgiveness from another person or from themselves. And so it's actually a really, really beautiful thing. So what they do is they put all the pieces of paper in there, seal up the piñata, go down to a place where there's a bit of space, and then light it up. And they didn't tell me how they light it up. Maybe they throw it in a fire, I'm not sure. And all the fireworks comes out everywhere, all these different directions. And with that, all of the bits of paper get blown up. And so any of those old sort of things in which you don't want or you don't need, they actually get put into sparkles. They get put into beauty. They get put into, things of enjoyment and love and prosperity. And so I thought it was a really beautiful ceremony, what I'd heard here. And so it's really about you allowing yourself to let go of things in which don't work, and really looking forward into going, okay, how can I flip this 180? Just say I'm angry at someone about something. How can I be happy within myself about something else? So it's about, flipping it 180, doing the absolute opposite, putting your attention into there. So, that's all for this New Year's Eve special reading. So thank you so much for joining me this year. It's really been quite an incredible and intense year. Lots of changes going on, lots of stuff. I just really want to thank you all for your beautiful support right through the year, and everyone I've had the opportunity to work with. I find working with people an incredible honour to be able to be with them, to connect with them, and to share with them. So I want to thank you all, whether I've done a session with you or I haven't. Thank you so much. All the best, lots of love. And remember, you create your own future. You do this by creating a beautiful now and a beautiful narrative of the now. So lots of love. Have a wonderful, wonderful celebration and start to 25. And I'll see you then. All right, lots of love.